We have a new student in our class. His name is Russell Brent. He has apparently 6 million followers, and he did an oral presentation. Let's have a listen together. And I'm going to stop and start on occasion. And I got my trusty notepad here. I'm going to put some check marks if he says something good and some X's if he says something that's bad or weird or whatever. Let's have a listen. Apparently he's vegan. Let's have a look.
That vegan teacher is an online viral media sensation. What is it about her, veganism, and what human beings eat that causes such controversy?
Eating animals is wrong, McDonald's.
Is it that she's a bit judged because she's not what you expect to see on TikTok?
What? Change your religion like you change your underwear. Why is he cutting my songs off? Play the whole thing.
Like everything's a bit hippy dippy. Maybe people don't like that. Is that what it is?
If you hippy dippy want to get to heaven, you better be vegan.
Is it also that people don't like to be preached at?
Yes, God, I'm trying to deliver your message. I know, but I was just about to turn the camera on and then the devil came and broke my zipper. What the fuck do I do?
I'm vegan myself, but I've always tried to stay clear of that kind of political aspect, or at least the evangelical aspect.
Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. Somebody who is vegan, okay, let's start over. He gets a check mark for being vegan. That's good. But now he goes into this apologetic sort of thing. Like, I'm vegan, but I don't want to like push my beliefs on you. It's like, I'm vegan, I don't abuse my wife, but hey, if you go ahead and abuse your wife, that's up to you. It's going to be one of those, isn't it? Oh, God.
Aspect of veganism. But the fact is that our diet and what we regard as sacred have always been intertwined. Early societies, hunter-gatherer societies, of course, worshipped, revered, held as sacred the meat or food that they hunted and was an integral part of their diet. It's interesting that in the English language there are different words for animals when they're alive to when they're served as food. A pig becoming ham or bacon, a cow becoming beef, and chicken, well, chicken's just chicken tonight, baby. But for me, there is something about the way, not eating animals necessarily being fundamentally and entirely wrong, but it does seem that it's something we need to keep at arm's length. And this vegan teacher, or that vegan teacher, in the very first joke of hers that I've seen, is sort of satirically and humorously claiming a divine connection, which societies have always done. Meat-eating societies, the apportioning of meat was sort of integral to Greek society. In fact, the word carnivore, of course, comes from the same root as carnivore and is about the way that meat is apportioned among members of society or a tribe. Who gets what?
Did he say carnivore comes from the word carnivore? Maybe I heard wrong.
Cut. Who gets the best bit of the sacrificial oxen, of the object that is required for us to remain alive? On a more obvious biochemical level, we are kept alive by what we eat, and what we eat becomes us. So my own veganism and my own participation in the vegan festival next year, should it go ahead, is like, it's important to me. But
okay, he's gonna be at the vegan festival. Get a check mark for that.
I like to stop short of judgment or condemnation of other people on the basis of what they eat. The same.
Get a check. You get an X for that. You cannot say that you're not going to judge somebody who's murdering somebody else. If you do not judge that person to be wrong and you don't try to stop them, that's not okay. If you are quiet, you are helping the oppressor. You get an X for that. Not cool.
Same way as I would not judge someone on the basis of what they wear or who they have.
What do you mean by what they wear? If they're wearing the skin of somebody, you're not going to judge them? Bad. You must judge them. Putting an X. How would you like it if I took your skin off? You wouldn't want anybody to judge, right? That's totally fine. If you're talking about when it comes to their wardrobe, let's say the color of their shirt, if it's purple or, hippy dippy, as you said, then right, judging doesn't do any good because we're not hurting anybody, presumably, by what we're wearing. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about hurting sentient beings, innocent animals who have a right to their own body integrity, to their lives, to their skin, to their fur. to their wool.
Have sex with.
Eating animals is wrong, McDonald's. Hurting animals is wrong, McDonald's.
Is it that it seems a bit unaware? Is it that? Like it seems sort of overly...
It seems it. Right, let's look at the title. That vegan teacher, why is it blowing up? Okay, I know that we're being cautious with pronouns, and I've heard he, she, they, but I've never heard of starting to call animal rights activists, 56-year-old women, it. I think we're going to put an X there.
Sincere. I mean, and reductive. Hurting animals is wrong. Completely agree with that. I am a vegan. I'm sort of not a real fan of McDonald's, except for how God.
Okay, he agrees that eating animals is wrong. Check mark.
Damn bloody delicious it is, you know. Like, I agree obviously with everyone's right to express themselves freely. I'm simply trying to understand why this woman has become the subject, and I think that part of it might be a kind of
I wonder if he's done any research, or is he just, wondering why I have 1.6 million followers on TikTok. Just gonna wonder about that. Did he look at my videos, or just look at the main ones that have the most following? Did he look at any other details? I'm not convinced that he did any kind of homework before doing this judgment. Wondering.
blinking sincerity.
Because God has a message for you, and here it is. Why the fuck aren't you vegan yet?
She's sort of being semi-ironic, I suppose. People don't like to be preached at, innit, with sort of anything. I think even with me, like, I'm always telling people my opinion, right? I'm doing it right now. But I hope it's done from a perspective of acknowledged fallibility and the kind of a sense of inquiry that I might be wrong. I've certainly been wrong before. It's part of the criticism and condemnation of her because she does not fit what our expectations might be. Like, latterly, veganism has been sort of rebranded.
What do you think he's referring to by saying that? The fact that my hair is gray, the fact that I'm female, or the fact that I'm 56? What is the discrimination going on right now?
Is it safe to say, whether it's through, frankly, fucking delicious Impossible burgers, because I'm the kind of vegan that all I want is to eat things that taste like meat. A lot of people that are vegans aren't like that. They're like, no, stick with like the nuts and the stuff. Me, I want, just give me a goddamn hamburger without the thought that something's had to die so that I can have it.
Okay, I'm going to give him a check mark for this because he's being honest that he misses the taste, the texture of the flesh, but he does not want to pay somebody to murder for him. That's good. And there are all kinds of meat alternatives.
The reason I do it is because of my own ethics and morals. Like, I've always loved animals and I can't get my head around the idea. You know, that famous idiom, we are what we eat, suggests how significant diet is. It changes you, it changes your consciousness, it creates different cultures. This woman in particular, though, I think came to particular prominence when she sort of challenged Gordon Ramsay, who, as well as being a chef, is of course a sort of, I guess, an advocate of...
I don't think I came to prominence when Gordon Ramsay acknowledged my video. Nothing's changed. There were people making videos about me over the last month since I basically started my account, and nothing much has changed because he's come around, except maybe you found out about me. I don't know how you found out about me, but Gordon Ramsay, I don't know what he did. I know that over 44 million people saw my video, but for me anyway, nothing much has changed. My viewers have gone up steadily on, slowly but steadily ever since then. Not much has changed from my perspective.
Of eating meat.
Okay, an ad. So when there's an ad, what do you see? Gordon Ramsay ad in the middle of this video. This disgusting human being, this person who thinks it's okay to murder and pay for murder of animals, and he's the shittiest cook ever if he can't even make all of his restaurants vegan. Disgraceful, and I'm forced to watch it. Fuck this bullshit. Okay, wait, skip ad. I can't stand that man.
vegan
As long as
donut.
you're vegan from now on.
Don't you think it's interesting when the lens of a culture falls on a particular person?
The video that he did of me, where he duetted me. Whoops, let me pause that. When Gordon Ramsay duetted me, it did not surprise me in the least that he made a video like every other 12-year-old boy did on TikTok. And everyone's like, oh, you're so funny. Wow, you really nailed that. Like you couldn't see that one coming 100 miles away. You know what's the most disappointing thing about Gordon Ramsay's video? Is he had an opportunity to save the lives of billions of animals. All he had to do was take a bite into a Beyond Burger and say, good point. That's it. He didn't have to say that he was going to become vegan. He just simply could have just been a good guy and not tried to lead his audience to keep on paying for the rape, torture, and murder of innocent pigs, cows, chickens, and lambs. I hate that man.
Should be plucked from obscurity for a while and all that kind of thing. But essentially it's like a meme. It's a divisive figure that's being sort of used as a kind of a cultural
I gotta go back. Is he calling me an it again?
football so that two opposing teams can kick it around depending on their perspective. I'm pro-vegan. What she's saying is right. She should be allowed to say what she wants just because she's an older woman. She's being criticised. That's not right.
I don't know how to pause
Whereas the other
this.
side, like, who's she telling us eating meat is normal? It's ordinary. Why do you think we've
Why
got
won't
these
this
two for?
pause?
Everyone will sort of really advocate for
I cannot
their own
stop
belief system. And
this.
this vegan teacher is either
What?
a fortunate or unfortunate subject.
Okay, page unresponsive. What?
I am the master of my fate. I am
What
the
the
captain.
fuck is going on?
of
Don't you hate
my
technology? I mean, does this ever happen to you guys? Oh my
Such
god.
clear-
And now we're ended up somehow in an entirely different video.
Do you want to learn how to price your online course at a premium?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to mute this and I'm going to try to fast forward. I don't know. Do you guys remember where we were? And let's try this again. Yeah, I'm 56 and trying to learn the technology.
Completely agree with that. I am a vegan. I'm sort of not a real.
Okay, we've seen all this.
I hope it's done from a perspective of acknowledged fallibility.
Heard that.
It's like me. A lot of people that are vegans aren't like that. They're like, no, stick with like the nuts and the stuff. Me, I want, just give me a goddamn hamburger without the thought that something's had to die. So
Yeah, we saw that. So far he's tied though. He's got 4 X's and 4
an
check
advocate
marks.
of eating meat.
Share this song, and if you call me a donut.
More than 20 million people use
Didn't we
Grammarly
just go
every
through
day
this?
to
We
improve
just had
their
a
writing.
commercial. Let's mute it again. At least now we don't have to see Mr. Gordon Ramsay. We get to see a Grammarly ad. Wow, exciting. Skip ad. Oh, not this guy again. Fucking hell.
Don't you think it's interesting when the lens of a culture falls on a particular person, whether it's from a condemnatory or celebratory perspective? You know now that this woman's going to crop up on TV shows, right? Is she getting interviewed on talk shows, probably?
I'm not going on any talk shows. Why would I do that? How does that help me in any way to go on a talk show? I got my own talk show. I got my own platform. Why would I go somewhere where they're going to try to twist things and cut things and delete what I actually say? That's to no advantage of me for me. I'm just here to talk about the animals. If they want to have any kind of interviews from me, they can go through my more than 2,000 TikTok videos and find out exactly what I stand for. It's all there.
Should be plucked from obscurity for a while and all that kind of thing. But essentially it's like a meme. It's a divisive figure that's being sort of used as a kind of a cultural football so that
So I'm an it. I'm a divisive figure being used as a football. I don't even know. I'm going to not put an X. or a check mark on this because I don't really understand what he's saying.
Two opposing teams can kick it around depending on their perspective. I'm pro-vegan. What she's saying is right. She should be allowed to say what she wants just because she's an
Okay, I'm a she now.
older woman. She's being criticised. That's not right.
I'm an older woman. See, if I ever bring up somebody's nationality or different things like that, I'm accused of being racist and all of these things. But the reference to me as an older woman is incredible. It is consistent. Why does my age get brought up, I wonder? I wonder. What does it have to do with anything?
Right? Whereas the other side, like, oh, she
How old is this guy? I'm 56. How old is he? I have no idea. But does his age get brought up?
telling us eating meat is normal, it's ordinary. Why do you think we got these teeth for? Everyone will sort of really advocate for their own belief system, and this.
Okay, so I'm going to give him an X for that before. And now I'm going to give him a check mark because he is actually telling the truth about how ridiculous people are when they point to our teeth and say that we are meant to eat meat. Because it doesn't make any sense. We have the teeth that look nothing like my dog's teeth. There's no big fangs here. So, good for that.
Vegan teacher is either a fortunate or unfortunate subject of that debate. Gordon Ramsay doing his response video of like eating a burger, that shows you that there is some polarity around it, that people are affected by this. People want a comment on it. Don't you sometimes think, like, what things in culture would you have elevated? Me, I think if I saw this on my phone, I'd just go, okay. You know, I don't think that I would see this as, let's make this centrifugal. I don't know how it happens. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm trying to break down what those factors are. Veganism is obviously divisive because it's become sort of it's seen as a bit faddy, when I think it's crucial from both an ecological perspective and an ethical perspective. But I think by the same token, you could make an argument certainly for ethical meat production. Like, this is, as a vegan, not even meat production, animals. I mean, from a spiritual perspective, I don't feel like you should be killing or eating animals.
I am so mixed up with what he's saying. He seems to be contradicting himself.
However, I completely recognise that my dominion begins and ends with me. That's it.
No, it doesn't. No, because you have a voice that can go out. So it doesn't just stop here. You have a voice. You're responsible to help the victims. It doesn't just end with you. You don't just get to be vegan and just say, like, I'm vegan and so that's okay, while all this other abuse goes on. You have an ethical responsibility to use your voice and to help others because of your incredible privilege. So I'm giving you an X.
I'm the only person that I can say should be vegan. Perhaps people on some...
No, because we're not talking about diet. We're talking about victims. If you were the victim, you would want somebody to speak out on your behalf. So don't be a hypocrite.
Level, like, look at their dog, they look at a burger, look at their dog, they look at a burger and think, oh God, I shouldn't be doing this, but God damn it, it's delicious. Well, I could make similar arguments about pornography. You know, it's perfectly entertaining and wonderful to watch pornography. The reason I don't do it is because I feel like it's, on the whole, not positive. I don't care if you watch pornography.
Okay, so this is like, I won't eat meat, but I don't care if you eat meat. I won't watch pornography, but I don't care if you watch pornography. Are the victims involved in pornography the same as the rape, torture, confinement, kidnapping, and murder of innocent animals? You're equating these two? What kind of a vegan are you? X. The X's are winning.
You do what you got to do. But for me, I can't
For me, the center of the universe, I'm giving him another X.
do it. Same thing. I have to be vegan. And I feel actually, in retrospect, I was culturally bullied into it. I was vegetarian.
I was culturally bullied into becoming a vegan. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? That he had some friends that said you have to be vegan? Or we're kicking you out of our circle? Or what? I don't understand. Being vegan is an ethical stance based on doing the least harm to animals. It comes from here. So on the one hand, he seems to be saying he gets that. He doesn't want to hurt animals. On the other hand, he's saying he was bullied into it. So which is it?
Vegetarian, come on, a bit of cheese. No, not cheese. No, just the cheese, I really like it. Thing is, I tell you this, once you stop eating cheese and eggs, all of it, you start thinking, I'm not eating the effluvia, menstruation and byproducts of the sex lives of animals.
Change your religion like you change your underwear.
Okay, I guess I have to give him a check mark there. He says he's not eating the secretions of animals. That gets a check. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 check marks, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 X's. Come on, Russell. You better say something good now.
Change your religion. Show God that you really care. Change your religion. Wanna try something new. Use your critical thinking skills to question all you eat, drink, buy, think, say, and do.
I bet if you met her, she's lovely. Now, what is...
Okay, he played my song. Good. He cut off my song. No good. He said I'm lovely. Okay, good. I guess.
Is it then? What's annoyed everyone so much? Her content.
He hasn't done his research. Oh, he's going to try and pull up some research. Because we all know why I annoy everyone. Because I make them feel guilty.
It has stirred controversy, massive amounts of internet trolling. Now, if you are an internet troll, like, to do a bit of trolling, I never have done any trolling. I've never done a bit of trolling. I've made mistakes in my life. I've not done internet trolling. I wouldn't do some trolling. I'll tell you something about this. Oh, yeah. You fucking... If you are trolling, though, because you like it, say, what is in your heart while you're doing the trolling? It's anger, isn't it? And sort of disdain and judgment. Now, it can't really be for her, can it? If I just get rid of her, everything's going to be fine. If I can get on with my bloody life. Bit too bloody upbeat. What do you mean, little cartoon pig floating up in there singing a song? It can't bother that much.
I have no idea what he just said in the last 1 or 2 sentences.
Actually, it's not important. You could just completely ignore it.
Sing this song and be vegan from now on. Yeah.
Certainly, it would be good if, in my opinion, if more people were vegan.
Ha! Check mark!
Certainly, it would be good, in my opinion, if there was a general sense, particularly online, of acceptance and tolerance, beyond tolerance, because actually tolerance suggests that something's a bit annoying and you're putting up with it. Like a deep acceptance that people are so different. There's all sorts of kooky, crazy beliefs out there.
I don't know what he's saying. I think he's trying to say that people should accept the fact that I'm vegan and I'm doing my thing to do my outreach. I think that's what he's trying to say. But then he's saying there's all kinds of kooky people out there. I'm not kooky. I'm normal.
Yeah. And me, all right, people like to eat meat. People I love, people I live with eat meat, for God's
Why do you live with people who eat meat?
sake. My wife, change it.
His wife eats meat. Why do you stay with her? She pays people to murder. This is okay with you. This is bullshit. It's your responsibility to make sure that she becomes vegan. Do whatever it takes. Teach her. Withhold sex if you have to. Do not live with somebody who's eating and paying for the rape, torture, of animals and just think, oh, well, as long as I don't do it, that's okay. That's not enough. You need to be vegan and you need to be an animal rights activist.
Your religion, you know, just you be you, I'll be me.
X.
Let's try and be loving and accepting of one another and see if we can conceive of a better and more beautiful.
No, we're not going to accept people who hurt others. If you were the victim, you would not be saying that right now. If somebody came with a knife and fork and started to try to eat you, suddenly your opinion would change. So don't be a hypocrite. You're getting another X.
Beautiful world. Certainly part of that is going to be an acceptance that people are different from one another. If that vegan teacher can teach us anything, it's not actually about veganism or eating meat. I think it's about allowing people to express themselves and indeed to oppose other people's views, hopefully in good grace and in good humour, knowing that for now at least we all share this planet together. And that's why I've written a little song.
We share this pandemic together. How do you think the pandemic started? It started because people abused animals. We have no right to rape them into existence, to murder them and put them in supermarkets and shopping carts and on our plates. I mean, pandemics don't start from people who eat tofu and lentils. We're not in this together. Act like it's something like that couldn't have been stopped. Vegans are the innocent victims of this. They wanted this to stop. This pandemic would not have been here had we had a vegan world. And by that, I mean doing the least harm. I'm not saying that lions are going to stop eating zebras. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we humans can choose to eat and wear other things, and we should be working towards that, and not just accepting when our neighbors and our wives do these things.
Be more tolerant of one another and show God that you're his mate and his brother. Oh God, old son.
No. No, we shouldn't tolerate people who abuse others. Again, you, as a privileged man with all of these 2 million followers, who has a roof over his head and love in his life, a wife, a home, animals do not have this. They are imprisoned, kept in tight, confined spaces. The pigs are kept in such tight places that they can't even turn around to see their own babies. Baby male chicks are taken at birth. If they are checked and are boys, they are put into a giant blender and murdered instantly because they cannot lay eggs in the industry. If you were in their position, you wouldn't be playing this, oh, isn't this fun? Let's all tolerate one another. This is beautiful. Or if they were taking your wife away, would you be singing like that? No. Stop being a hypocrite. Yet another X.
Is this annoying? I don't know. I mean, that's just how I communicate.
Okay. That's how he communicates. Final tally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 check marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 X's. Russell Brand, apparently a vegan. Not so thrilled by this outcome. Be better. Be less tolerant. Be a vegan animal rights activist. Act as if you were the victim. It's not a joke. Be better. Do another video and show me your food and show me you talking to your wife and encouraging her to watch the important documentaries. Land of Hope and Glory. Earthlings. Dominion Movement. Sit down with some popcorn and a big box of Kleenex with your wife and say, listen, sweetie, let's watch these together. And then make another video. I want another presentation. I'll give you 2 weeks to do it. I am willing to ignore this and let you pass the course if you do it, but it better be a good presentation. She better be telling you that she's thinking twice about what she's been doing, and that you are starting to make sure that there will be vegan foods only in your home. Nothing enters your home that has death and suffering in it. Good luck.